and welcome to the Cat Collective. I'm Nina, I'm the channel for this channel, and if you find a word, it's yours. Originality, nature, and recharge. Oh, okay. So, okay. Let's put some more. Bitter, uneasy, and free. Okay. And touched. Oh. Those are strange energies. Well, let's see. Originality. Feel lighthearted and free while trusting that your unique way of doing things is the right way. Okay. Nature, go out in nature as much as you can, for its pure creativity can teach you everything you need to know. And recharge. When the pace of life becomes too hectic, know to slow down. Be mindful and go with the flow. Okay, I feel that originality needs to come first, and then it's almost as if you're stressing about your unique approach to things. It's like, is that the case? Hello, George. He's always greeting us for the readings. Yes, would you please take a seat? You know, it's okay. Yeah, he's always there. And look, he's there, okay? He's the original part of this reading. Okay. Touched, free, and bitter, uneasy. Oh, look at all the pinks and purples. This must mean something to you. Yeah, so clearly I feel that you are stressing about how to do things right. How to do things in a good, perfect way, in your structure and in what makes you you in the original sense, right? What makes you you? Because it's I feel that there's something within you that says that there's not enough for some reason. I feel that that you look at yourself in the mirror and maybe you don't see that maybe you don't dye your hair pink, right? And therefore you think you need to be a bit more specific about what you are doing. I feel there's a lot of control in this, so that you want to become a very intentional person. With this, there's this cat is unique all by itself. But this cat still needs to put on another layer on top of it, like this jacket. And then there are, I don't know what this is, an instrument or something. Even that is unique. It's an instrument I can't identify. Must be something very special. So I feel that you are really looking for your way of doing things. And you are not leaving anything to... I have a German word in my head, but I can't translate it right now. It's like you're not allowing accidents in this. You're so intentional. You want to steer it in a very specific way, and I feel that you're supposed to look at nature, and with that recharge, I feel that it's interesting that there's this two-headed swan there, because this is showing towards the weirdness of even in nature that there are things like that happening, where there are creatures being born that are so random, right? Like a two-headed swan. And in that case, because I see the bitter and uneasy card here, right? I see that this is probably you are not realizing that you are already unique by default. Because nature is doing that. Yes, George thinks so too. And so I think that's something you're missing. And therefore you want to steer it with maybe some, I see artificial things, right? So it's artificial things, it's with the color pink. I mean, I wouldn't say that, okay, that I can't say that it's artificial because I have seen a pink grasshopper and that was a real pink grasshopper. And I mean, and even birds are also in that color, so you can't really say that. But I feel that this is something artificially that you're trying to to do too much, and therefore you need to look at nature and see how unique you are, and then you see some nice things as well, you know, like yes. Like this. There's a cat on the card, right? There. There's a cat on the card. So, yeah, I feel this is important. And the freedom. Yeah, there's a freeing aspect if you feel, if you let go of all this, of this structure that you have created for yourself, the structure that you are, your intention, you're trying to steer it too much. It doesn't need to be that it's about your appearance or something like that. It could be even a project, something that you are, something creative. It can be many things, but the point is this bitter, uneasy part here is muddying your colors, because there is this brightness there that wants to be released. It wants to be freed. You want to be freed. You want to be more accepting. I feel that this is just the underlying thing that you say to yourself, I'm not enough. But you are. And what shapes you, you know? So, I'm gonna pull more cat cards since we've got one on the table. Do you see him still? Yes. Parts of him, right? Got a book with it. But how can this apply in a creative sense? So if you're, for example, if you're writing a book and you really want to, you know, maybe you have a rough storyline in place, just try to not write initially with a perfect structure. Just write it out first and then see what gems you get. Oh, oh yes, very cute. The moon. Yeah, so this is again the colors. Yeah. And George is on top, is like, here I am. Yes. So yeah. That might be George interfering with this message. Yeah, look, he's biting the card. Okay, well, obviously this reading is, the energy of this reading is a bit influenced by this precious gemstone there. I know, I feel touched. Didn't we just pull the card touched? Oh, wow. Yeah, so the moon. And this card though is very special because this cat is being threatened by all of this, you know. And I feel that if you combine it with this, you have to wash your freaking feet right on camera, right? So George wants a special account where he can show off his feet. Please, am I allowed to make a reading here? No? Like, this is just getting to a point of, yes, that's good. Thanks. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, I think you're looking at other people's colors and you're like, I'm not colorful, but look at this beautiful kitty cat there. So colorful. In all in its non-coloration. Blue eyes though, very beautiful. Special. So I think if there's something within you that resonates with my message here, it's about you wanting to, you're comparing to yourself too much, way too much. It's threatening you. But the point is, you can't compare yourself to a dog or to a lobster. You are you, right? So therefore, you can't compare yourself. That it's not happening. It wouldn't be fair for you to do that. So yeah, it's like take what's being given to you and be happy about that, you know. Yeah, I just so I'm not really used to read with George, and I find it very interesting that he is that he's always there when I'm reading, which is very strange. Usually we are also separate in the house. Sometimes he sleeps downstairs and I'm upstairs or something like that, but in the readings he comes up, so I think that's really interesting. And I love that for us because yeah, it's a cat collective, so yeah. Oh yeah, okay. And another point is that there are too many choices, you know. It's when you can do a lot of things, when you have the option to do a lot of things, it's also overwhelming because you can do so much. And then it's getting to the point where it might be working against you because you get overwhelmed by the options and then you might not do anything at all. Yes. And I feel that this is important for you. Yes. And George is pointing to that one. And yeah, so the options are a lot, and it wants to show you a simple way. A simple, not that eccentric, but therefore still shaping way. And there's a lot of pink, I feel, in this message. It stands out to me, the pink color. There's a vibrancy. It's like trusting your own vibrancy. Now this one it's interesting how it moved into the middle, right? I feel that there's this wish to be the center of attention, and therefore the need to put on a lot of layers, because you think that you need to be so vibrant that you are visible. It could also be that you try to speak very loudly and expressively. But anyways, the way you think you need to get attention, but in the very loud society we are in, sometimes it's also about pressure. The pressure of this is unnecessary, because if you think that you need to be loud to be recognized, I think it's unnecessary. It's like the dog's barking, right? And you are just a gentle creature, something like a cat. And then you don't really need to be that loud, because your energy alone is enough. And that's a gentle energy, and we need this. We need this in our life, that the contrast. It just wants to show you the subtle energies of nature, with a recommendation to go there. Just to show you that you don't need to force to become someone overly vibrant and structured and composed. You can just be yourself without any Christmas decoration. It reminds me of myself when I was a teen. I got a piercing. My dad said that I look like a Christmas tree. Which is fair enough, okay? It's his opinion. But I don't say it in a negative way. I say it in a loving way, that the tree itself wouldn't need to be decorated, technically, right? There's also a lot in less that is of value. I feel that's important here. Let's wrap it up with an animal, because animals, they have it all figured out. Firefly. Are you okay? Well, it has to be a firefly. The firefly where the butt is glowing, right? It has to be. In that reading of all readings, it has to be the firefly. Okay. The irony in this. Okay, let's see what the firefly has to say. Do not insert light bulbs somewhere where they shouldn't be, okay? Just saying. Wait, it doesn't come up. I can't find it. See, that's so reflective of your energies. Like, you can't find me. I'm not vibrant enough. Is it there? There it is. Inspired and fantastic, yet fleeting. Oh, okay. The firefly contains the light of 1,000 stars. It's pure, radiant, and illuminating. This high-frequency charge cannot be sustained for long. Therefore, the firefly card indicates a moment of inspiration or awakening that quickly fades if we do not catch it. There is firefly energy behind every poem, song, and invention. Our job is to be ready to harness this creative spirit when it graces our path. What can you do to support this precious and elusive light? When in balance, writes, creates, brainstorms, and when out of balance, burnt out, feels dull. To bring into balance, write a poem or draw. Okay? Yeah, so I think it's just encouraging you to create without trying to bedazzle, right? Without having to light up a freaking bulb in some area. Oh God, I'm not going there. Oh, it's just, you know what I mean. So basically, that's the guidance. It would burn you out if you would have to act in some ways. Maybe it's also the realization that you don't want to be on stage that much, but that you would like to create a little bit more quietly. It could be a realization. There are many ways to do things. I'm just thinking about, for example, a song. You have to be on somewhere where you are performing, and that's stressful, But there are many songs out there that are also of great value and that are not that upfront. So yeah, let's see who this reading is for. I hope it was helpful. Pisces. Okay. And I pulled 2 more just to see who else might be affected. Virgo and Aquarius. Okay. Yeah, additional info is in the letterbox below, and see you next time. Bye bye.